How's it going, folks? As you can see, there are a few ants in the grow bed, so I just thought I'd show you a technique we use. We're just down here at our old system. It used to be aquaponics, it's now an organic hydroponics or bioponics system. It's being run by fish emulsion and seaweed. And Kira pointed out there's a few ants. Are they all through the bed?
I think so, or
Yeah.
this front end.
This front end. So what I've done is I've extended the standpipe there, and that's effectively brought the water level all the way up. And as ants tend to go a little bit deeper with their nests and whatnot, yeah, it's basically going to discourage them from setting up a nest. I have displaced some of your green onions, I'm sorry, digging around. But yeah, it doesn't look like they're in the water anyway.
Oh
Sweetie?
no, there were some just on top.
Were they? Oh,
I
okay.
don't want to keep digging in the ants.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll plant them out today. There's some here she planted the other day. So they should bounce back okay. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you this. These ants and slugs, they all come to the surface when it's flooded. The clay level in this bed has actually risen quite substantially. As you can see, it's right up to the edge of the bed there. I normally have it down probably about an inch or 25 mil below this little lip here. But I have a feeling the amount of turmeric root in here and also the root from the peppermint plant is just, yeah, it's pushing all the media out towards the sides. Do you want me to clear some out now so I can plant some other stuff in? We can do that.
If you want.
If we want, yep. So I might start by pruning that one back. But yeah, the main reason for the video was just to show you the ants. I might give this a little bit of a prune back and then give you a bit of a gander once it's done. I'll just show you over here. We have a vanilla orchid. It's just sort of like being wicked or irrigated via the water in the system. We have a number of warrigal greens or New Zealand spinach popping up. Random fig tree. There's a weed. You do get weeds in aquaponics, and we think that one there is a mulberry. We have no idea why, but there's also another mulberry seedling over in there. So we think that birds have done a dropping or two, and I think there's you can see the passion fruit vines taking off in that bed over there. But anyway, I'll give this a bit of a trim back and give you a bit of a look at what the bed looks like when it's a little bit cleaner. I'm going to do a bit of a harvest because the kids have got some broccoli and other bits and pieces they want to plant out. So no real delicate way to do it, just basically pull this out. Oh, actually, we got mint. One plant I don't recommend you grow in a system is mint. We just stuck this here. It was a refugee from our hydroponics on the deck, and it's pretty much all grown through the whole system. This black turmeric isn't really a culinary one. It was more just a curiosity for me to grow. It's used as a medicinal, and you generally don't get a lot of side fingers on it. In fact, this one only has a very light purple tinge to it. It does have a lot of these little storage nodules. These don't really have flavour as such. They're just a storage nodule for the plant itself. So actually it's getting a little bit darker now, it's oxidising, but yeah, we've got a load of this. I might give some of it away to family and friends and see if they want to pop it out, because it is a pretty plant. Might just move this string out of the way too while I'm at it. Pop them in there for cleaning up later. Definitely a load of roots down in here. There we go. Another big bit. These things have only been in here about 12 months, so I think they may have been in for a little while we had fish before we gave them away. And all these white bits you can see are the peppermint runners, so I'll be pulling most of them out. And of course we do have the compost worms in there, and the idea is that these guys will look after any of the organic matter left behind. And so I'll pop him back in the bed. He's looking very dark red, very healthy. So the next one to come out is this one here on the corner with the ants all over it. This is going to be fun. Oh wow, there's loads of ants in there. Oh yeah, there's just loads of roots all around the side of the bed here. Don't plant mint. You have been warned. This mint will be in this bed until it's dismantled.
Oh well.
Just need to get my hands underneath it without trying to block the camera for these folks. Yeah, the turmeric's breaking, so I can just take out sections. Yeah, so you can probably see the clay lifting at the back there.
Oh, that was
And that's all mint root that you can see there. We're going to have lots of clay to pick up. That's a very healthy looking piece of turmeric there. All these little bits. There's some of these little, the side shoot bits of turmeric, they're going to actually shoot new plants. Those ones are okay, so if you see any of them, pull them out. But there's enough turmeric left in the other bed. It's another healthy looking mother. That's the original ones. You can tell the original corms. They're a bit old and manky looking. Now we've got to work out how we're going to get rid of all these roots. Because every little section of root we leave behind can eventually shoot into another plant.
Don't kill the basil.
No, I think we're going to have to move the basil though. Oh no. See what we can do around it. Sorry, green onions. Anyway, this is probably very boring for you folks watching on YouTube, so I'll just get to this. Shut the trap. So I'm just going to take this peppermint all the way back. And we're going to pull out the mother plant, I think, because there's just so much of it shooting everywhere in the bed. And oh yeah, the ants over here, they're not happy, hey? Yeah, so I don't think these fellas are too happy with us at the moment. They're all down through here. So I might actually scrape out some of that clay and put it in a container just to lower the clay level. And that way, they're all up in this corner too. And that way, they won't have anywhere really to hide. We'll keep the water level up. But ants crawling all up my arms. There were actually some lemongrass under here, but I think they just got smothered. Try and save some of this clay so I don't knock it out. Oh, I'm knocking some out. What I want to do is I want to move as much media as I can, because when we pull the roots, media is going to come too. This is a mess, folks. Absolute mess.
The whole bed.
I might just pull the whole lot out. Yeah, bring the wheelbarrow down. Do you want to transplant your green onions or harvest them for the Korean chicken tonight? I'll take some home tomorrow with me. Oh, folks. Don't grow mint. Oh, and the ants are biting. So as I said before, don't grow mint like this in your aquaponics. Grow it in like the little bucket we did on the small balcony system, or as Terry did, in an isolated bucket above his sump tank. It really does get out of control. It took us probably around about half an hour-ish to get all the mint roots out. I won't put you through that. One thing Ahanu did suggest was using a garden fork to try and get down to the bottom of the bed just to get the straggling bits of root, and it seemed to do a really good job. And one of the side effects of removing all the mint and moving the media around was to also displace the ants. So I don't think they're going to be a problem for quite some time, seeing as we didn't put a lot of that media back in. So that obviously isn't going to be the end of the mint. I think the only way we could probably get it out of that system successfully is to pull all the clay out, dry it out, and then add it back into a media bed, because there will be small sections of root that will shoot, which is sort of good for us because we do want a peppermint plant. We'll pull them, get the kids to pull them out and pop them in some soil for us. So on to the planting, the kids went. They decided to put in some broccoli and cauliflower. It's a bit late in the season. It's probably about 3 months too late, but hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll get at least something out of the broccoli. But whether they'll get decent sized heads on their cauliflower, that'll be another thing. One of the benefits of growing in systems like this is because the nutrients are delivered to the roots, you can pack them in a bit tighter. I have warned them that they might have to watch out for aphids though if it does get too crowded in there. So while they were doing that, I was cleaning out the other bed, just making a bit of space so they could move any plants over into there. And Kira ended up putting all the green onions in that bed just to give them somewhere out of the way from all the greenery. Kira has great news. What great news?
Ants.
There's ants?
Yeah.
We can flood this bed as well. So anyway, they've finished planting out there. So we've got broccoli down here. Did you get all 6 in, Ahanu? No. Just 5? Yeah, pop another one in there. Pop one in there. And over here we're doing green onions, the lemongrass. We're leaving the warrigal greens and the mulberry and the 2 lots of black turmeric for now. And we'll look after them later. And Kira said there's ants.
Not as much.
Not as much.
Those, but I do see a fair few ants.
Not a problem. So not a huge drama. I'll give that one a good flooding as well. But as far as this bed has gone, I think we pretty much will disturb them and they won't be back for a while. So we're just going to feed up the bed now. Hopefully you can't hear that ambulance coming. I don't miss that ambulance at the farm, I can tell you. We're going to put in around about half a cup of this fish emulsion, compost and kelp. Or maybe a little bit over half a cup. If you want to put half a cup in the big bed, Maya. And we'll do that in 2 weeks' time we'll do another batch and then we'll just see how the plants are reacting afterwards. There's no real iron or magnesium deficiency showing in the warrigal greens, and they've always been a bit of a canary in the coal mine for me. Yeah, so we'll just see how they go. The mulberries are looking a little bit pale, but I'd say that's more just because it's winter now and they are deciduous. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes, and if the kids say they're looking a bit pale, I'll suggest they put some more in. But other than that, I reckon around about every 3 to 4 weeks, pop some in. So there we go. That was a job I wasn't expecting to do today, pulling out all the mint. I was just coming down to harvest the turmeric to give them some space for some veggies, but I'm glad we did it. Cool, you happy?
Yeah.
Happy? Very happy? Sweet. Just washed off the turmeric and found a compost worm. But anyway, we'll pop him in the bed. Here you go, fella. Off you go. So yeah, a bit of an impromptu turmeric harvest. I wasn't planning on doing that, but yeah, I'm really pleased we got the beds ready for the kids and they can get their veggies on the grow. This system will probably stay here a little while longer. You were thinking about making up some garden beds eventually, so there'll be soil beds in the backyard again. We might show them on a couple of videos down the track, see what Ahanu and Maya come up with. But yeah, we're just going to keep this as a bit of a stopgap measure for the time being. So I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a turmeric harvest. I'll pop a bit of a picture up on the screen of what we got, all nice and clean. I am still working on the little sand system as well. I just need to collect some more sand. It's been a bit hard to find some decent stuff. So yeah, in a couple of weeks' time, you'll probably see that video pop up. But that's pretty much all it for now. I do hope you're all well and happy and your systems and gardens are growing well. And I'll catch you next video. Cheers, folks. Have a top one. Should probably move all this stuff here. If I tip it down there, it's going to end up in the grow bed though. So, might try and push it back that way. Nope. There we go. I thought that was going to go that way. Just get off the bed.